Chaos erupts when an evil army of soldiers and mechs known as Phantom attacks Shell City and Tembo, the badass elephant. When the general sees the destruction from the invading army, he remembers fondly of a time when he met the most badass elephant in the jungle. After a quick phone call, Tembo agrees to help. He must leave his loved ones behind and take a flock of birds to the battleground to take on the evil force known as Phantom. When you see a game with a Rambo-themed elephant on the cover and a title like Tembo the Badass Elephant, you know you're in for something special. In fact, you may notice that it's not like most of today's video games. Tembo is a throwback to the old school side-scrolling days of video games. There are no discernible voice actors, just grunts here and there and the trumpet call from an elephant. Fans of the original Sonic the Hedgehog games may even compare Tembo to it, and they wouldn't be wrong. Tembo the Badass Elephant is made by the same company that first graced us with Sonic the Hedgehog, the often missed but never forgotten gaming company, Sega. Tembo is such a blast to play. It's so much fun to blaze a trail of destruction as you work to stop Phantom. What's more is that it's actually challenging as well. This isn't a game that you can just charge through. You won't last very long if you do, as you can see from some of my gameplay. In fact, it requires a bit of strategy. Now, it's not a puzzle game by any stretch of the imagination. However, in order to complete everything, find all the survivors, destroy the bosses and mini-bosses, it requires a bit of exploration, patience, and strategy. Despite the fact that it is a classic 2D side-scroller, it's got a more sophisticated button layout than its ancestors. The amount of combo moves players can perform is vastly more complex. When you spin, you can still shoot water out. When you charge, you can do so with a water shield. Tembo the Badass Elephant is the game I wish I could have played growing up. It's an addictingly fun game that doesn't take itself seriously at all, and that's one of the reasons it's so great. It's just fun. Every gamer should get this game just to break the monotony of today's games. I guarantee you'll have as much fun as I did controlling this truly badass elephant. So do yourself a favor and download Tembo the Badass Elephant today. And remember, for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more, keep it on Cinelinx.com.